Hi, I'm Chris Reel for the Greater Baltimore History Alliance. The African American story in Baltimore is one of resilience, determination, and triumph. Throughout our long history, activists, artists, and everyday people have worked hard to push us ever closer towards the promise of our founding principles. So join us as we explore some of the sites around Baltimore that celebrate the trailblazing African Americans and women who changed history. The National Great Blacks in Wax Museum in Baltimore is the nation's first wax museum dedicated to African American history and culture. And here to tell us more about it is our friend Alexis Ojeda Brown.
Hey Chris. So since 1983, the National Great Blacks in Wax Museum has celebrated and highlighted the history of the African diaspora, focusing on the contributions of African Americans and unapologetically telling the history that is often left out of our nation's schools. And we can go check out that history.
Let's do it. So there are more than 150 wax figures on display here at the museum.
Yeah, so they feature historic figures from the past and present like Dred Scott, Mother Mary Lang, Dorothy Heights, and even President Barack Obama. A slave ship replica stands first and foremost in the museum. Within it, a life-size recreation of the dark belly of a 19th century slave ship, which shows figures in the dark ship's hold, their bodies crushed, but not their spirits. The museum covers multiple historic periods, such as the abolition movement and the civil rights movement, and also focuses on trailblazers in sports, music, education, and more.
And this museum plays an important role here in the community too.
Yeah, so the National Great Blacks in Wax Museum is currently leading a vibrant revitalization initiative that will not only support the museum, but the community as well.
Can't wait to see what the future has in store. But right now, we've got more history to check out in Baltimore. You can't tell the story of American history without including the remarkable stories of the women who helped pave the way.
And those stories are collected here at the Maryland Women's Heritage Center.
Let's go on inside. We're here inside the former Women's Industrial Exchange building on Charles Street, now home to the Maryland Women's Heritage Center.
The center is a result of the ongoing commitment of dedicated staff and volunteers working hard to tell the stories of Maryland's unsung heroines. The center features women like Margaret Gregory Hawkins, Esther McCready, and Victorine Q. Adams. Not only that, but they host exhibitions and programs celebrating the achievements of women past, present, and future. At the Maryland Women's Heritage Center, they're adding her story to his story to tell our story.
And even more stories are waiting for us at our next stop. Let's go. Just steps away from Baltimore's Inner Harbor is the Reginald F. Lewis Museum of Maryland African American History and Culture, the largest African American history museum in the country specific to Maryland.
And it's more than just history. The Lewis Museum combines art and cultural installations to provide the full picture of African American contributions to society.
Can't wait to go check it out. The Lewis Museum is known for providing an authentic and comprehensive history of Black Marylanders from the colonial period to the present day.
And with over 400 years of history featured in their permanent collections, visitors can take a journey through Maryland's past in areas such as art, industry, politics, and more. Like this hands-on exhibit demonstrating the invaluable contributions Black Marylanders made to the state's seafood industry, and important artifacts from the recent past to remind us of the progress we've made and how far we still have to go.
There is so much to see here at this museum, and all of the history and culture on display is equally important and impactful.
We encourage you to stop on by and find your favorite artifact or exhibit.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us, Alexis.
Thanks for having me.
Visit the Greater Baltimore History Alliance online to find out how GBHA members continue to tell these inspiring stories and push us forward. I'm Chris Reel, and I'll see you next time.